Valentine's Day, synonymous with roses, chocolates, and romantic comedies, can be an occasion of dread for those not in the mood for love. If you're among those who cringe at the thought of overly sweet sentiments and sappy films, why not swap out the romance for a little horror? Nothing screams anti-Valentine's Day louder than a spine-chilling movie to disrupt the sea of red and pink. These cinematic nightmares boldly mirror life's gloomier side of the agonizing pains of love, offering an unusual yet genuine sense of solace. These films don't sugarcoat the disheartening aspect of love, rather they paint a vivid picture of its monstrous side, echoing the real-life heartache one might be experiencing. Here are 5 horror films that will make you forget about Valentine's Day that you may not have or probably heard of.
I'm so glad you're here. We've got a lot to talk about. So much to celebrate tonight.
The Invitation, a psychological thriller that delves into the themes of grief, trauma, and the complexity of interpersonal relationships. The film explores the dynamics of a past romantic relationship within the context of a disturbing gathering. Will, who attends a dinner party hosted by his ex-wife Eden and her new husband, David, at their former house in the Hollywood Hills. The reunion is meant to be a friendly get-together with old friends, but as the night unfolds, Will becomes increasingly suspicious of the host's intentions.
We don't see you for 2 years, and then all of a sudden, we get invited to this lavish dinner. Don't tell me that this is normal.
What do you think is happening, Will?
The atmosphere becomes tense and unsettling, with the party taking unexpected turns. Will's paranoia and the grief over the death of his son, as well as the dissolution of his marriage, contribute to his growing sense of unease. The narrative raises questions about the motivations of the host and the true nature of the gathering. The Invitation is known for its slow-burning tension, psychological suspense, and a series of shocking revelations. The film plays with the audience's perception and explores the impact of loss on the individuals and their relationships. The twisted elements in this story stem from the psychological and emotional unraveling of the characters. Revenge. Jen accompanies her wealthy married lover Richard to his secluded desert villa. Their romantic weekend takes a dark turn when Richard's friends arrive unexpectedly and one of his friends, Stan, assaults her. When Jen seeks help from Richard, he dismisses her and ultimately joins in the betrayal. After they leave her for dead in the desert, somehow Jen survives and embarks on a relentless quest for revenge. The film becomes a brutal and stylized exploration of violence and survival as Jen systematically turns the tables on her assailants. A film about trust, betrayal, and survival, we watch Jen's transformation from victim to avenger as the film uses its intense graphic scenes to make a statement about empowerment and reclaiming control in the face of trauma. Revenge has been praised for its visually striking cinematography and subversion of traditional revenge thriller tropes. The Loved Ones. This Australian horror film centers around Brent, a high school student dealing with the guilt and grief after a tragic car accident that claimed his father's life. As Brent struggles with the emotions, he rejects an invitation to the school's dance from Lola, a socially awkward classmate. Lola, however, is not one to take rejection lightly. Unbeknownst to Brent, she orchestrates a nightmarish plan for revenge. Along with her disturbed father, she kidnaps Brent and takes him to her home where a macabre and sadistic prom unfolds. The film becomes a disturbing exploration of obsession, control, and the consequences of unrequited love. The Loved Ones is a harrowing tale that subverts the traditional love story, portraying an unsettling and brutal form of affection that spirals into madness, showcasing graphic and horrifying elements as Lola and her father subject Brent to torturous acts. The film is known for its intense and visceral scenes, combining elements of psychological horror with the elements of a brutal thriller. As the story progresses, it reveals the unnerving dynamics within Lola's family and the depths of her disturbed psyche.
Lola.
What are you looking at?
May. May is played by Angela Bettis, a socially awkward and introverted young woman who has had difficulty forming connections with others throughout her life. Her only true friend is a doll enclosed in a glass case given to her by her mother when she was a child. May's attempts at socializing and forming relationships result in repeated disappointments, and her increasing isolation leads her to take extreme measures to create the perfect friend.
I need a real friend. Someone I can hold. Don't be mad.
As May's mental state unravels, the narrative takes increasingly dark and disturbing turns. She becomes infatuated with people's body parts that she finds attractive. Eventually, she decides to build the perfect companion by stitching together various body parts. The film blends elements of horror, psychological thriller, and unique and unsettling exploration of the human need for companionship and the consequences of alienation. Audition. Audition is a Japanese horror film directed by the legendary Takashi Miike, and it's known for its disturbing twisted take on a love story. The movie revolves around a middle-aged widower named Shigeharu Aoyama, who is encouraged by his film producer friend to hold a fake audition to find a new wife. Aoyama becomes enamored with a young woman named Asami Yamasaki, who seems demure and innocent. As the relationship develops, it becomes apparent that Asami is not as innocent as she appears. The film takes a dark turn, revealing a nightmarish past for Asami and her capacity for extreme violence. The film blurs the lines between the reality and psychological horror as Aoyama finds himself ensnared in a web of manipulation and sadistic revenge. Without giving away too many spoilers, Audition explores themes of loneliness, deception, and the consequences of unchecked desires. The movie is particularly known for its slow build-up, culminating in a shocking and gruesome climax. It's a psychological horror film that delves into the darker aspects of human relationships, challenging conventional notions of love and trust. So, what are you watching this Valentine's Day? Is it a horror movie? Is it one of the ones that we talked about today on the list? Let me know by dropping it in the comments. And as always, we appreciate you stopping by and helping us get to 4,000 subscribers. So thank you very much. And before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Until the next, see you.